Hey, Alec Kermit here. If you've watched any speedruns of 007 Agent Under Fire, you'd naturally assume that the game is relatively bug-free. Sure, you can rocket jump and activate certain buttons multiple times or in unintended ways, but otherwise, what is there that's broken? Well, a lot, it turns out. Today, we'll be looking at 10 fun glitches you can perform in AUF. Let's begin at the start of the first level, where you can clip out of bounds with a single button press. After opening the vault-like door, trigger the cutscene of Bond being observed and watch it until the end. Once the screen fades to black, press the action button. You will now be under the floor of the room. This glitch can be used for different effect in Bad Diplomacy. Used here, you're able to gain entry into Malprave's private quarters and check out her high-tech one-way dressing screen. In the GameCube version, after Block lays the verbal smackdown on you in the first cutscene of Fire and Water, take a look at the jar lids scattered throughout the room. Depending on your viewing angle, you'll see certain textures from the level, including the golden tokens, the armor jackets, and the labels found on the front of the jars. In Cold Reception, shoot the wall signs in this room with the Defender pistol. An animated fireball will show as its bullet decal. In both cases, it appears that someone forgot to assign textures for these objects. In Fire and Water, approach a guard holding a Calypso machine gun and stand as close to him as possible until you stop taking damage and sparks begin to fly from your body. If this wasn't weird enough, let this continue and the helicopter above you will eventually explode. For some reason, being shot in this way causes damage to the enemy helicopter. Maybe the gun clipping inside of Bond causes the bullets to do damage to a different target or at another XYZ coordinate? Who knows? At the start of some levels, before you gain control of Bond, you can switch held items or even move around briefly. In Night of the Jackal, if you press the fire button and jump while holding forward, you will trigger the embassy breach cutscene early. In Bad Diplomacy, hold backward and slowly mash the fire button and listen for the sound of you collecting the 007 token on the second floor. This happens because Bond's hitbox falls off the rope and lands on the token. After you kill Griffin's clone in Bad Diplomacy, your normal inclination would be to pick up the passcode generator by walking over it, but you can also pick it up with your laser. The claw shot also works, which makes a little more sense. Still, this is the only object we know of that can be retrieved using a gadget. If you die at the same time that you trigger a cutscene, when you respawn, you'll have the same letterbox view you do during cinematics, along with no heads-up display. The easiest way to do this is by killing yourself with a grenade, but it has happened at least once by accident.
Oh my god, it's always that close. It's always that close.
Extra thick!
I died?
This one is really intricate and has never been accomplished without save states, but it's too good to not include. In Forbidden Depths, when this enemy approaches from behind, leave him be and quickly kill enemies ahead to assure he isn't blown up at any point. Once you begin the one-on-one section with Block and he begins descending down this slope, shoot his rear tail light with the shotgun or the CH-6, and with some luck he'll flip into the air. If you're incredibly lucky, he'll land behind you, upright, and facing the correct direction, and will then follow the henchman behind you past his normal turnoff and then into the boss room where you'll face another block, thus spoiling the cloning plot twist in the final level. There are a couple of glitches that cause weapons to fire faster than normal. When using the P2K or the FSU-4, switch from one firing mode to the other and hold down the fire button. When the bullets start flying, they'll temporarily shoot much faster. The Bionics power-up in multiplayer is bugged as well. Depending on which weapon you fire while the power-up is active, and other factors like switching your weapons back and forth, you will have permanently faster firing guns even after Bionics runs out. Your fire rate can become so fast that you fire multiple bullets at one time. If you create too many particle effects at once, the game runs out of memory and needs to unload collision to compensate. In Trouble in Paradise, shoot one of these pipes repeatedly in the same spot and nearby boxes will become clippable. This also works in the kitchen of Night of the Jackal. Quickly destroy multiple wine bottles on a rack, and the doors closest to that rack will temporarily have unloaded collision. You know I had to save the best for last. If you jump while passing the trigger that starts the bus crash sequence and land a grenade on the gate that the bus is heading for, the bus will crash prematurely wherever it is and begin spewing copious amounts of smoke across the map. But that's not all. Because the rocket-firing henchman on the balcony no longer has his scripted target to shoot, he begins acting like a normal enemy and targets you instead. His rockets fire in rapid succession and sometimes at very strange angles and speeds, creating quite the light show. You can even make him fall off the balcony if you manipulate his movements just right. I hope you enjoyed your time watching this video today. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for further content like this. If my videos have piqued your interest in speedrunning this game, be sure to head over to speedrun.com/AUF for leaderboards for the fastest full game and IL runs, links to guides and resources, and the Discord channel where glitches like these are found. Oh, you're curious about what's happening in the background. It's a skywalk out of bounds that was found just the other day. Thanks for watching. See you next video.